You ever notice how sometimes, without even saying a word, someone just grabs your attention? I mean, you're just minding your own business, maybe at a coffee shop, walking down the street, or scrolling through your feed, and boom, someone just stands out. It's not always about a perfect face or a flawless body. A lot of it comes down to what they're wearing. And today, we're diving into exactly what women wear that turns men on, and why, from a psychological point of view. Now, it's fascinating, because when you dig into the research, you realize that attraction isn't just about looking good. It's deeply rooted in human psychology, biology, and even a little bit of evolution. Certain clothing choices trigger subconscious reactions in the brain, reactions that have been hardwired into us for thousands of years. It's way more scientific than most people think. First off, there's color. You've probably heard it before, but it's worth repeating. Red is a powerful color. Psychologists have found over and over that men are naturally more attracted to women who wear red. Red is bold. It signals passion, energy, confidence, and yes, even fertility. Back in our evolutionary history, certain shades of red would signal health and vibrancy, and today that instinct still lingers. It's not that men are sitting there analyzing it, it's subconscious. They just feel drawn in. And it's not only red dresses either. It could be a red scarf, a red top, red lipstick. It doesn't have to be over the top to be effective. Even a little pop of red can create that spark. And what's really interesting is that women who know how to use color subtly, not too loud, not too muted, tap into this psychological magnetism without even saying a word. Another big factor that stirs attraction is texture. We don't always think about fabric when we talk about attraction, but it's a huge, underrated element. Certain textures like silk, satin, and even soft cotton can give off an inviting, sensual vibe. It triggers the sense of touch in the mind, even without physical contact. A silky blouse that catches the light just right, a soft sweater that looks cozy and warm. It sets off a chain reaction in the male brain, creating an emotional response that's tied to comfort, intimacy, and desire. And then there's the power of the silhouette. Human beings are visually driven creatures, and men especially are wired to notice shape and form. Clothing that hints at a woman's natural figure without being too revealing creates a powerful effect. There's something about the suggestion, the mystery, that triggers imagination. It's not about bearing it all, it's about highlighting curves in a way that feels effortless and natural. A well-fitted pair of jeans, a dress that cinches just a little at the waist, a jacket that falls just right on the shoulders. It's these subtle touches that make a woman stand out. It's not about dressing for attention. It's about dressing in a way that feels authentic and confident. Confidence, by the way, is one of the biggest factors in attraction. It doesn't matter how expensive the outfit is. If a woman feels good in what she's wearing, it shows. And that energy, that's magnetic. Speaking of energy, let's talk about authenticity for a second. Psychology tells us that men aren't just attracted to a look, they're attracted to a feeling. When a woman's outfit matches her personality, it creates a sense of harmony. If she's naturally playful, a flowy skirt or a fun pair of shoes amplifies that vibe. If she's more classic and sophisticated, a crisp blazer or a little black dress fits her energy perfectly. It's not about following trends, it's about alignment. When what you wear feels like a true extension of who you are, people notice. And men, whether they realize it or not, are incredibly sensitive to that authenticity. Then there's the subtle power of certain accessories. Accessories can change the whole dynamic of an outfit. A delicate necklace that draws the eye to the collarbone, a pair of elegant earrings, or even a tasteful pair of heels can send powerful psychological signals. Heels, for example, aren't just about height. They subtly change posture. the way someone moves, the way the body aligns. A confident stride, a graceful movement, all of that plays into attraction in a way that's far deeper than surface-level admiration. It's also fascinating how certain casual looks can be incredibly powerful too. A simple, clean white t-shirt, slightly tucked into jeans, can be just as stunning as a fancy dress. Why? Because it suggests ease, approachability, and authenticity. It's relatable, and psychologically, it gives men a feeling of comfort and familiarity, mixed with a hint of allure. Psychologists also talk about something called visual access points. Basically, areas where the eye naturally wants to travel. The neckline, wrists, ankles, these are naturally graceful parts of the body. Clothing that draws subtle attention to these areas can have a big impact without being overt or obvious. A bracelet on a wrist, a delicate anklet, a slightly off-shoulder, sweater. Small things, but psychologically powerful. And let's not forget about scent, which often works hand in hand with style. While technically not clothing, the right fragrance combined with the right outfit can create an unforgettable impression. Scent is deeply tied to memory and emotion in the brain. A woman walking past wearing a beautiful, subtle fragrance while dressed elegantly can leave a memory that sticks with a man long after the moment has passed. Interestingly, less is often more. Overdoing it with too many bold pieces, heavy makeup, or flashy styles can actually backfire. The brain tends to prefer simplicity because it's easier to process. When an outfit feels balanced, maybe one bold element paired with neutral basics, it creates a sense of visual calm and harmony, which the brain finds very appealing. And speaking of makeup, natural-looking makeup, where a woman's features are enhanced without looking heavily made up, tends to be more attractive to most men, according to psychological studies. Again, it ties back to authenticity. It's about feeling approachable, relatable, real. Another fascinating thing about fashion and psychology is the idea of exclusivity. When a woman's style feels unique to her, not a carbon copy of what everyone else is wearing, it creates this aura of individuality. Individuality is incredibly attractive because it signals self-confidence. It says, "I know who I am," without needing to shout it. And that quiet, self-assured energy draws people in like a magnet. When you pull all these elements together, color, texture, silhouette, authenticity, and individuality, you create something that's much more than just a good outfit. You create an emotional experience. Attraction, after all, isn't logical, it's emotional. It's about how someone makes you feel, often in the first few seconds of seeing them. So when women wear clothing that taps into these deep psychological triggers, even without knowing it, they become unforgettable. It's not about trying too hard or dressing for someone else's expectations. It's about understanding the little psychological nudges that naturally draw people closer. And you know what's even more fascinating? Different men are wired to pick up on different things. Some are more drawn to color, some to texture, some to overall style. But across the board, the psychological principles stay the same. Confidence, authenticity, and emotional resonance win every time. It's like this beautiful dance between what's visible and what's felt. And when a woman masters that, when her style feels effortlessly her, there's almost nothing more attractive. Think about it. It's not just a dress. It's how she walks in that dress. It's not just the heels. It's how she carries herself wearing them. It's not just the color red. It's the spark of life she brings to the room when she's wearing it. That's the real magic. That's the psychology behind what women wear that turns men on. It's not about chasing trends or copying someone else's style. It's about knowing yourself, feeling good in your own skin, and letting your clothes be an extension of that self-love and confidence. When that happens, attraction isn't just possible, it's inevitable. And that's why style will always be way more powerful than we give it credit for. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good. about sending a message without saying a word, about creating an emotional ripple effect that touches everyone who crosses your path. Pretty amazing, right? And the best part? You don't have to be a fashion expert to tap into it. You just have to trust yourself, have fun with it, and let your authentic energy shine through. Because when you feel good, you look good. And when you look good, you naturally, effortlessly draw the right kind of attention. So next time you're getting dressed, remember, you're not just picking out an outfit, you're telling a story. You're creating an experience. You're lighting up the room in ways that go far beyond the surface. And that's what truly turns men on. Not just the clothes, but the energy behind them.